So anyways, fuck the world of sports for a second. Let's get into the world of nothing that actually includes the world of sports today. So evidently they were still investigating the underinflated balls. Remember that game the Patriots won like fucking 9 years ago, way back in January? Do you remember that? Let me refresh your memory. They won 45-7. Okay, and at the end of the game, Jim Irsay said, that's what he said. A grown man said that at the end of the game. He had the nerve to say that we cheated. A man who sits on the rules committee of the NFL and on numerous occasions has changed rules that were advantageous for his own fucking team because he couldn't beat those Patriots from New England. He did that fucking 10 years ago. They cheated. They were covering our receivers too hard. Him and Peyton Manning made a fucking tape. They whined about that after the game. They whined about it during the Super Bowl. They whined about it at the fucking Pro Bowl. Peyton Manning brought that shit up. And then at the draft, they were still crying about it. And next thing you know, there's this new fucking rule saying that all you can do is escort people down the fucking goddamn turf. And next thing you know, all of Dan Marino's records have fallen left and right. And lo and behold, the Colts finally beat the fucking Patriots and win a goddamn Super Bowl. And that's when old Freckles here said, wait a minute, why the fuck did they change that? What kind of fucking pull does this guy have? One fucking owner complains, they make a tape, they whine for a couple of months, and all of a sudden the entire game of covering a receiver gets changed? Who sits on this rule committee? And one name stuck out, like that fucking Oliver Stone JFK movie. Who's sitting there dressed in drag with a powdered fucking wig talking to Joe Pesci with lipstick on his fucking lips? Huh? Old Jim Irsay. This fucking jerk-off is sitting here whining about the New England Patriots. First of all, the ball, okay, if they were underinflated, right? Like they're suggesting. I don't even know what they're saying because they keep going like, Tom Brady, he could know, he could possibly, there's no proof, but we think he might have done it. Do you know how fast you would get laughed out of court if that was your opening argument? Yeah, Your Honor, on the night in question, we are proliferating that the defendant in the proximity over there of that wooden table could possibly have been involved in something that he didn't do but maybe knew about. And we would like to press forward with this trial and waste more fucking time and money. Now, granted, having absolutely no fucking proof whatsoever has never stopped sports talk radio or ESPN from marching ahead. They'll be like, there's no proof, we can't say it. But having said that, if this is true, what does this say? What does this say? Sorry, thing turned on. What does this say about his legacy? What does this say about the game, about competition? What does it say? What is this going to do? What does it say to the children? This is how you do sports talk radio. And all they're doing is staring at the phone lines to try to get it lit up. And the more it doesn't light up, the bigger they go. What does it say about how we conduct our foreign affairs with ISIS? I mean, if you can have a ball that isn't fully inflated, what's to say that ISIS isn't right off the shore in a sub that they bought off of the Russians? We're taking calls right now. 1-800-WHO-GIVES-A-FUCK here on Fox Sports West. First caller, Michael from Indianapolis. Yeah, I sit on a farm every day, jerking my dick, waiting for my pigs to fuck a chicken, and I think Tom Brady knew about it. You do think he knew about it. And do you have any sort of football background beyond watching your pig fucking a chicken? Is there any sort of sports, professional or possibly just down at the Y? I played tiddlywinks one time. I like playing cornhole and, play horseshoes every once in a while. We got the time, But, the bank's been really trying to foreclose on my property here. So, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of mad my team lost. And if there's any fucking excuse I can make 6 months later, I mean, shit, I'll call in. Shit, man, I'll throw some fucking manure on that fire. I'll do it. Fuck it. We're taking all calls here. That's all they're going to fucking do. There's nothing going on here. It's over. Well, I'm going to tip my cap here that I'm not wearing to fucking Seattle for just saying, hey, great game, We threw it. Malcolm Butler fucking jumped the route, and you beat us. You know what? But you know what? We're going to come back next year, and we're going to try to kick your fucking ass. So I hope you work out this weekend, this fucking off season. You know, that's what a team of men does. Okay? That's what they do. But when your fucking owner is up there with the goddamn wearing adult diapers and has a rattle, that's what they do. Underinflated fucking ball. This is a funny thing, too, because they said, well, we noticed it by the half. And then we had the fully inflated balls, and we scored even more points and kicked their ass even worse. I got to tell you something, man. I don't know what the Patriots have done. I don't know what the fuck they did to these people, okay? And it's really only two people. It's fucking Jim Irsay, and it's fucking, what's his face there? Mangini. Mangini, who, by the way, you notice is completely out of football. Completely out of fucking football. Did you see when he tried to commentate about it on ESPN? He sounded dumber than I did. And this guy actually coached a team. Who the fuck would hire him as a head coach? The Jets, Jets. Anyways, give me a fucking break. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry we won again. And by we, I mean the Patriots. I don't have a dog in this fucking fight. But have at it, all you guys on Twitter and all you people in sports bars. If you want to say what you say, I don't give a fuck. He's got the rings. If you want to whine about some underinflated fucking balls, if you want to bitch. I mean, you know what's the dumbest thing ever is that don't film the teams on the sidelines, but there's nothing to say you can't do it up in the booth. There's no rule against that. I hope you guys realize that. There isn't, as far as I know. As far as what I've overheard in sports bars, there isn't. I remember when that shit was going on. I went to a football game in Georgia, and I met somebody that used to play for one of the teams. I'm not saying Georgia or the other team. I'm not trying to get anybody trouble. And he laughed. He goes, dude, we used to do that shit all the fucking time. I love how people just think like, all you got to do is just film somebody and you're going to win 4 Super Bowls. Just underinflate the fucking ball. Dude, do you realize if that was a guaranteed victory? Let's just say underinflating the ball in an AFC championship game or just in a professional football game in general would cause you to beat a better team 45-7. What the fuck do you think they would be doing every game? You know, when the fucking coach, when he runs in during halftime, as he was sitting there talking to the reporter, they always have the lady out there. Coach, you're down by 17 points. You haven't scored. You've punted every play that you didn't turn the ball over. What would you like to do in the second half? Well, we'd probably like to stop doing that shit and put some points on the board there, fucking cutie pie. Right? And in the meanwhile, you'd hear in the background, they would just be letting, I know what we're going to do in the second half. We're going to let a half a fucking cunt hair out of the ball, and all of a sudden, we're going to beat these guys. We're going to score 45 points to their 7. Give me a fucking break. All right? Jesus Christ. We can't really prove that he did it. Look at this. Eric Walden, Colts linebacker, told TMZ that it's gross that Tom Brady would resort to cheating. There's nothing that proves that he did anything. Wells' report stated it was more probable than not that the Patriots quarterback was at least generally aware of the inappropriate activities. Dude, this is the most vague horseshit ever. It's unfortunate that they did this, but they're still the champs. What a fucking good Lord. You got to give them credit. They did it, and they got away with it, and they won the Super Bowl. Is this fucking Walden guy serious? You lost 45-7. Wow. Can I actually? How about you guys? Can you guys who aren't Colts fans or are Patriots haters, can you guys maybe update the Colts logo to, I don't know, maybe put like one of those little baby bonnets on it and a fucking rattle? Yeah, that's what it is, everybody. They've been under deflating balls for the last 15 years, and they finally got caught because Tom Brady he really is a 6th round pick, and he absolutely stinks. And all those throws that you saw him make, you know what? Most of the people in the stand could make them if you just underinflated it just a little bit. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And then Andrew Luck, who had the disadvantage of playing with the ball that weighed the same as every other ball he's ever thrown in his fucking professional career, because it was the right weight, that caused him to throw pick sixes and incomplete passes and all of that. It's because of the weight of the ball. See, a lot of people don't know that. It really has nothing to do with athletic ability. What it really has to do is what the ball weighs. And all you need to do is just take a little bit of air out of it. And all of a sudden, you'll beat the Colts so bad that you actually beat Seattle. Isn't that incredible? That's the level of cheating that's going on here right now. In fact, what I'm going to do during my run of dates out here is I'm going to let a little bit of air out of the theater so people get a little lightheaded, and they'll get a little high, and I'll seem even funnier. Meanwhile, I'll secretly have pure oxygen going up my fucking nose. That's what I'm going to do this weekend, and then maybe someday next comedy stop across the street we'll investigate it. All right, let's get off this dumb subject.
Toma